Alrighty, welcome my powerlifting people. In this video, I'm going to be answering a question that my Instagram followers had sent to me in my Instagram story. So I answered all of these questions in text format in my Instagram stories before, but now I'm also turning them into a video format. Just another way to get the information out to you all and get it out to a bigger audience. And if you ever want me to answer a question for you, then be sure to follow me on Instagram. And whenever you see me in my stories asking for people to send me in questions, then you can go in and send me a question. I'll answer it there on my Instagram stories. So you get an answer in text format, and then I will possibly put it into my data bank here and be able to turn them into videos. All right, so the question is thoughts on clients versus coach in a weight class battle. When should a client part ways? So when it comes to something like this, as far as a relationship between the coach and the client, it should always be discussed beforehand, and it's going to vary between, different coaches and clients and other coaches and clients. So it depends on that specific situation, depends on that specific coach, and depends on that specific client when it comes to any situation. In this situation where the coach is also an athlete and they happen to be in the same weight class and they happen to be similar levels of competitiveness, that they may be taking spots from each other as far as like national team spots, national titles, world titles, those kind of things, then again, that's something that needs to be discussed. There's going to be some coaches and some clients that don't care, that they'll just go in and say, hey, listen, I have the best coach for me, and I'm just going to train into this meet that way with my coach that I believe in and will do the best for me. And then at the meet, just figure out whatever the solution is going to be. Either, the coach knows the plan, or the coach suggests a plan, they can choose to use it or not, or the lifter can go to someone else and just have a meet day handler and have that meet day handler build a plan that the coach doesn't know, or some variation of that. And obviously on the coach's side, as a coach, then you always want the best for your client. So even if your client's going to get stronger than you and beat you, that's the reason why you're running a business, is to, prepare people for competitions, have them peak their best, perform their best, achieve their goals, all those kind of things. So you shouldn't want to hold someone back. You should be willing that if you're going to take someone on, then you want the best for them. And if it comes to a situation where, a client doesn't want to work with a coach that is in the same weight class as them, then you don't work with them. The client has to find someone else. There's going to be lots of coaches out there, lots of coaches that aren't in the same weight class as them or same federation as them or don't even compete at all. So they're going to have lots of people to choose from. So they just have to pick a coach that's not going to have that possibility of being in the same weight class as them and possibly battling against them at a competition. And then on the coach's side too, they can say, hey, listen, I can't take you on because you are in the same weight class as me, and it could potentially come a day where we're going to be going head to head, or they know in advance, hey, this upcoming meet, we're going to be going head to head, and they don't want to even deal with that. And they just tell the client, hey, listen, I can't take you on. As a client, you're going to have to go find someone else. Here are some coaches that I recommend you go look into. And just to extend upon this, it's the same thing if a coach already has a client who's like a high level lifter in a specific weight class, and then another person comes and reaches out to them, possibly wanting to be a client that goes against their client. So then they could potentially have two clients going against each other rather than the coach versus the client. So same thing, you're going to want to have that discussion possibly with your current client to say, hey, is it okay if I take on this lifter who may be competing against you in the future or maybe competing against you right away? And then also talking with the potential client saying, hey, listen, I already have this top lifter in your weight class. Do you feel comfortable with this situation? Seeing what both sides say, having that conversation and seeing whether it's something that is willing to work on both sides, and you just program for both of them and train both of them to their best, and then figure out in the meet who you're going to handle, or if they're both going to have their own handlers, those kind of things, going back to all those previous options. Or you just have to tell that potential client, hey, listen, as long as I have this current client who's, let's say, the best, in the world or best at nationals in that specific weight class and division, I'm not going to take anyone else as a close competitor, so I can't take you on, unfortunately. You're going to have to go to one of these other coaches. I hope that helped. And if you want to learn more, be sure to watch this video next, and I'll catch you over there.